Other stories you need to know about to get started happening today. PG&E is set to be in court. That hearing starts this morning at 10:30 at the Chico Courthouse. PG&E is accused of 84 counts of involuntary manslaughter during the Camp Fire. It will not be open to the public, but the hearing will be live streamed to YouTube, and we do have a link to that and more information about the hearing on our website at actionnewsnow.com. The future of California's budget is up in the air. California lawmakers approved a state spending plan Monday, rejecting many of the cuts proposed by Governor Gavin Newsom. The governor still has veto power and could reject the new spending plan. Lawmakers will need to agree on a budget by July 1st, the start of the fiscal year. California is facing an estimated $54.3 billion budget deficit due to the coronavirus. Also Monday, Governor Newsom signed an executive order aimed at addressing the issues caused by the coronavirus. Among other things, the order allows counties to enroll more people in CalWORKS programs, waives requirements for in-person identification for pregnancies, and allows commercially licensed food trucks to operate in roadside rest areas with permits from Caltrans. The group FAIR Test reports more than half of all four-year colleges and universities, 1,240 to be exact, will not require applicants to submit ACT or SAT scores for fall admissions. The National Center for Fair and Open Testing reports test optional admissions were increasing before the COVID-19 pandemic, and since March, even more schools have now moved in that direction. The man accused of being the Golden State Killer has agreed to plead guilty to dozens of crimes. The Associated Press is reporting Joseph DeAngelo is set to admit to 13 murders and as many rapes in Sacramento. The plea to avoid the death penalty. That plea could come as early as June 29th. Prosecutors say they expect DeAngelo to be sentenced in August to life without the possibility of parole. New projections are placing the number of U.S. deaths from the coronavirus at more than 200,000 by October. Now, those are from updated models by the University of Washington. That estimate is up 30,000 from just last week. Data from Johns Hopkins University shows at least 18 states are seeing a rise in week-to-week new cases. The FBI is now stepping in to review the hanging deaths of two black men in Southern California. 24-year-old Robert Fuller was found last Wednesday hanging from a tree near City Hall in Palmdale. In Victorville, 38-year-old Malcolm Harsh was also discovered hanging in a homeless encampment. Local law enforcement have said there was no evidence of foul play in either death, saying early indications point to suicide for both. President Trump is set to sign an executive order today involving police reform. That order would create a new database tracking police misconduct. The order will also include language that encourages police officers to seek help from mental health professionals when they're dealing with addiction issues, homelessness, and mental illness. And happening today, congressional leaders will also review the topic of police reform. On Capitol Hill, the Senate Judiciary Committee is scheduled to hold a hearing. Republicans are expected to introduce legislation soon that includes restrictions on chokeholds. Nationwide, protests have sparked reforms around the country to many local departments in the weeks since George Floyd's death.